What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol CWBR for CohBar Inc. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, we did see an earnings announcement before the bell today that led to this massive gap up here, but we had a gap and trap and sold off into the end of the day, closing the day relatively weakly. Okay, so let's just talk about some of critical levels from that daily perspective. I'm certainly noticing this area here at 146 as a prior area of resistance. All these touches in here, which now should act as support if we get all the way down into it. So start to be on high alert for any type of hammer candles, any type of indecision dojis that start to form down here. Anything that would basically make you question, is the downtrend, is the pullback starting to end, and can we flip long over those highs to start to retarget some areas, which we'll point out inside of today's session. So that's the first thing to point out from the daily perspective. Underneath that, we do start to fill the gap down towards 132, the number down below. You can see that's kind of where the breakout ensued from. So flipping the attention to the 30-minute time frame now to point out those intraday levels that we were discussing. Well, what's certainly jumping off the page, obviously up here at the highs, we're seeing, oops, if we grab the other tool here for a moment, apologize for that. Zooming back in, up here at the highs, we certainly get a number of touches at 216, 215, if you want to call it a round number there. That is resistance way up there. The next obvious area is kind of in here, right? If we do something like this, you can see that's where we got rejection at 175. It's also a nice quarter there. So that would seem to make sense to me as a potential upside target. Again, remembering only if we start to show signs of reversal here at 146, then that would be the first upside target. After that, you can see based on this emotional red selling candle, there's kind of some room to run up towards that 216 where I would start to be cautious again and start to trim some of that position. This is only if we see confirmation of any type of bounce. When we're looking at the daily time frame, just kind of scrunched up here, what I want you to notice is just how sideways our moving averages have been over the past couple of months, right? So because of that, the trend is not your friend in this case. The trend is neutral. The trend is sideways. You don't want to be overly aggressive in a sideways trend in either direction. So please be aware of that. If you are long from some area up in here, then just, make sure you're using a tight stop loss. You don't want to see this completely fall apart. I would argue, depending on your position size, start to stop out if we take out today's low. And it's not looking so promising, right? If we do something like this, take out our Fibonacci's, go from high down to the low, just to give you an idea of where the 38.2 retracement is. If we cannot accept back above 179, call it 180, then it's not looking so hot for CWBR into the future. That would be another low, and then after that, you're looking for the gap to fill underneath, down to that at 132. So not the greatest looking chart. There is some hope if we start to see signs of reversal at 146, but if it doesn't happen, probably just bail and get out of this one. The last thing I'll point out here is the volume, obviously. If volume starts to dry up, again, that's not going to be a good thing for this stock. So if you enjoyed today's video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.